Today we're going to talk about type 1 hypersensitivities. Type 1 hypersensitivities begin with an allergen. This allergen can either be a respiratory allergen, a food allergen, or even insect venom. And in this case, we're going to pretend that this allergen is pollen. And this pollen molecule is going to move across the mucous membrane and epithelial layer and come in contact with a dendritic cell or a macrophage. This allergen is going to be phagocytosed and digested and then expressed on the MHC2 molecule of this dendritic cell. This dendritic cell is then going to act as an antigen presenting cell and migrate into the lymph. It is going to look for a helper T cell that it can activate and that recognizes this allergen. This helper T cell is going to recognize this antigen via its TCR, along with its co-stimulatory molecule, CD4. It is going to bind to this allergen MHC2 complex and then express co-receptors and release chemical signals to complete its activation. These signals are important because this helper T cell is activated into a specialized type of helper T cell called a Th2 cell. This Th2 cell will proliferate and divide into active and memory cells and then continue to activate the immune system. This Th2 cell is going to search for a B cell. This B cell is going to have already come in contact with this allergen, bound it to its BCRs, and ingested it and expressed it on its MHC2 molecule. This B cell will act as an antigen presenting cell and present this antigen to this Th2 cell, which will bind by the helper T cells, TCR, and CD4. We'll again see co-receptors produced along with chemicals released, causing the activation of this B cell. This B cell is going to become activated, in which it will differentiate and divide. The important part about this is that these plasma cells are going to be IgE secreting cells, and they are going to secrete IgE into the bloodstream. This IgE binds to mast cells, causing their activation. Activated mast cells are going to migrate back to the mucous membrane epithelial layer, where they will again come in contact with this allergen. This allergen will bind to their IgE antibodies and cause them to become activated. They will degranulate and release chemical signals, causing inflammation, vasodilation, and all of the other symptoms that we see with allergies, including an uptake in mucus production. And this is the mechanism for type 1 hypersensitivities. In extreme cases, this vasodilation can cause the fluid to leak from vasculature, resulting in a dramatic drop in blood pressure, and is often known as anaphylactic shock, which can be deadly and needs to be taken care of immediately. An overview of this process is here, but simply all you really need to remember is that plasma cells, activated B cells become plasma cells that secrete IgE. It activates the mast cells. The mast cells then become activated and degranulate and release all the chemicals responsible for this allergic reaction. Well, thanks for coming. Hope you guys have a great day.